Yeah. 10 out of 10 with the perfect scope. Trust go in the process, understand it when you work it, grow. I'm the best you never heard before. Blessed to have this urban glow. Set aside semantics, I'm the one, yeah. Living on the front, what you want.
Welcome to the Nobody Safe podcast, where nobody's safe. Again, not Jason, but whatever. We have a big news here in college football, and honestly, we decided to divide and conquer and make a few videos to cover all of this. So the first domino to fall was Oklahoma and Texas leaving the Big 12 to go to the SEC. Now, on Thursday, we had UCLA and USC decide they're leaving the Pac-12 to go to the Big 10. The college football world is in a tailspin, and I guess it's not just college football, it's other sports, but here at Nobody Safe, you know that it is all about football for the most part. Anyways, with that being said, we talked about some other teams on other videos, but in this video, I want to talk about Notre Dame. Notre Dame is an independent school. They play an ACC schedule for their other sports, but as far as football is concerned, they're independent. So now, the reason they've remained independent is because they like to travel all across the country to play certain schools that they've had long rivalries with forever. Those teams being, Michigan, Ohio State, USC, Stanford. And so now, there's a lot of buzz saying that, okay, we're moving USC into the Big Ten. It kind of makes sense for Notre Dame to move into the Big Ten. Now, there's stuff that has to go into this. There's financial and legal stuff that would have to go into this. But it honestly makes sense for Notre Dame to go into the Big Ten. If I was the Big Ten, I would say, hey, Notre Dame, y'all find y'all's way in here. We'll go get Stanford. And we'll bring Stanford in here too, which there's been reports that that's kind of what's going on a little bit as they're talking about this stuff. And if they get Notre Dame and Stanford in that conference, Notre Dame, Stanford, USC, UCLA, Michigan State, Ohio State. This is a crazy, crazy conference, and a conference that can absolutely compete with the SEC over there with Texas, Oklahoma, and all those juggernauts down there that may be looking to bring in Clemson. It is nuts. The college football world is crazy. Keep your eyes on this stuff. And for more info and more news, keep your eyes on the Nobody Safe podcast. We'll continue to bring you this info. We'll try to keep up as good as we can. We're going to drop 3 to 4 videos, back to back to back. And if any more news comes on, I promise we'll be following it. I don't know if we'll be first, but we will be thorough. And catch our podcast when me and Jason talk about it together, because that is where you're going to get the most news with that stuff. But yeah, it's getting crazy out there, and I think it would be a huge move to get Notre Dame into that conference with Stanford, USC, UCLA, and I think you would have no longer a Power 5 world where the Big 12, Pac-12, SEC, ACC, and Big 10 exist, fighting for those 4 playoff spots. You're going to be looking at, right now, Pac-12, Big 12 are nothing. You're looking at an ACC, SEC, Big 10 conference. And if Clemson decides to move, and Florida State and Miami, and now Notre Dame, we're looking at a Power 2 conference. They could make their own playoff, and that would be all that mattered in college football. For a lot of you, that's unfortunate, but there is a mad grab to try to find some teams that don't want to play in those 2 leagues, and we will cover that. Subscribe, throw me a comment to help the algorithm, and we will get back to this and stay on top of this as news continues to break.
In the process, understand it when you work it, grow. I'm the best you never heard before. Blessed to have this urban glow. Set aside semantics, I'm the one, yeah. Living on the front, what you want. Die a legend or live quietly forever under sun. Undecided, you'll be silent, you'll get buried just for fun. I'll be carried by the giants to the ocean's floor with drums. I'm practically mythology, I'm glad to see the prophecy. Celestial, my skin is black, so is my psychology. So-and-so don't bother me, toe-to-toe with honesty. I live without a fear, cause my birthright is what was promised me. I got every right to go crazy. Go crazy, go higher, gold bracelet, gold wires. I got every right to go crazy. Go crazy, go higher, gold bracelet, gold wires.